In France, a panel of judges found dozens of men guilty of raping a woman whose then husband had drugged her unconscious for over a decade. The scale and brutality of the abuse prompted many to take to the streets and sparked a nationwide conversation about consent. And I wanted to bring this up in the context of Puerto Rico because just yesterday, a woman was brutally stabbed to death by her ex husband. Her younger son was in the room when it happened. He then committed suicide. Just weeks ago, I was also watching the story of a young 22-year-old woman who was shot and killed by her boyfriend, and he later then shot himself. These femicides are a conversation I think really need more attention, and that is why I have invited a professor, a doctor, to speak about this issue in just less than 10 minutes. So I hope you'll join the conversation. I'll be recording it anyway and putting it up, but I've also shared some resources on my page. And the reason I wanted to share those resources is because I feel like the conversation always stops at the event, at the murder, at the trauma, and we don't go beyond that. And I think that there's so many people who are talking about it and organizations that are working towards helping change this society and the way that these issues are handled. But I do think that, individually we can do things, but I know that in order for change to happen in society, we all have to take part collectively. So I hope you'll share those resources, especially if you're a man, because this conversation is about you and involves your participation as well. So I hope you'll join the conversation, listen to the conversation that I'll be sharing. And yeah, it's a very, very sad and very difficult topic, but I feel hopeful when I speak to people like Stephanie, who I'm going to speak to shortly, because I know that we can make the difference.